everybody. My name is Heather, and today I'm going to be doing a review on The Bear and the Nightingale. It took me a lot longer to get through it than expected. I liked it, but it wasn't something that I would seek out and read on my own again. The book follows a young woman named Vasilisa. The beginning starts with her mom and dad, her mother and father, finding out that they are having another child, which would be the fifth child, I believe. 3 boys, yeah. So, yeah, she would be the fifth child and the second daughter. And the father wasn't too happy. He thought that they had enough children, and he didn't want her to have Vasilisa, but the mother insisted because she would be special. The mother ends up losing her life while giving birth to Vasilisa. That's not a spoiler. It's just, you get the gist of it within the first few pages. That's what's gonna happen. So this happens, and then it follows the rest of the book follows Vasilisa as she grows up. It does several time skips, but I feel like it took the majority of the book, and you didn't really have to have some of the interactions in there that were in there. I mean, to me, I feel like that it was way stretched out more than it should have been, but I'm not going to complain because I actually did enjoy the interactions that she had with her other siblings. I thought it was very sweet, and they each had their own type of relationship, and I enjoyed that aspect of it. But we see Vasilisa grow up, and she becomes of age, and during this time, before this time, her father goes and gets remarried at the suggestion of one of his older sons, and he goes and he gets remarried to the Grand Prince's daughter. So Vasilisa now has a stepmother. It did give me very Cinderella-esque vibes, but not really at the same time. You'll see why. The stepmother does end up not liking Vasilisa at all. In fact, everybody says that she's ugly and even calls her like little frog, and I'm not really sure I really cared for that. It's just, why would you constantly have everybody saying that she's ugly, telling her that she's ugly? To me, it's just, okay. One of those things in the book that could have been mentioned once and then that's it. But they mention it quite often in the book. Let's see. So Vasilisa is now fully grown. They have a new priest that comes in because the one that was originally there died, and the stepmother is very devout in her religion. When the priest meets Vasilisa, he does not like her either, comments on her that she is ugly, and then eventually later on in the book ends up basically being obsessed with her. Loving her, being obsessed with her, and wanting to save her soul. And I hate that aspect of it. He gave me creepy priest from Hunchback of Notre Dame vibes with the way he interacted with Esmeralda. He wants to save her soul, and I didn't like that. I thought that could have been left out entirely. What was the point of the whole priest? But I guess he will probably, since it's a series, he will probably be in the books later on. Who knows? Anyway, moving on from there, we have all of that, and then all of a sudden we have the spirits that are talking to her, and we find out that the stepmother sees them also, and we find out that these spirits help the land and they protect the homes, they help with the crops and everything, and as long as people leave out offerings for them, they will do it. And then the stepmother finds out about it, and the priest finds out about it, and he's like, you are betraying God by doing this, which is true. It's true. But the way he goes about trying to make them aware of it, he uses fear, which, if you are a Christian, you know that using fear to save someone is actually not a good thing, because the Bible actually does say that fear is not good. The priest, Constantine, I believe his name is, he uses fear and incites fear, which causes a whole lot of havoc. And we have one of the spirits that comes, tells Vasilisa that a prophecy type deal, that because there's now fear, other things are going to snowball and happen, and then you have life continue on. And Vasilisa is warned again by several spirits that beware of the dead and blah blah blah. I can't remember everything that goes on. And we have this interaction where things start moving, like snowballing really quickly. And this is just like the last quarter to an eighth of the book, where we have the dead coming to life, and we have people dying, and we have the cold being unbearable, and we find out that there's the winter demon is coming for her, and we find out that he's actually there to save her, and it's just one thing after another. And then all of a sudden you have this evil spirit that's coming that you find is the bear, and you're like, where did this come from? Where did this come from? So to me, I wasn't very thrilled on the fact that the plot didn't progress. The story did progress a little bit at a time because of the things that were given to you, but towards the end of the book, it was just like word vomit. Almost like the author didn't know the direction she really wanted to go, who she wanted to make the bad guy. At the beginning of the story, you have the winter demon giving the father a jewel to give to Vasilisa, a pendant, a necklace to wear, or for Vasilisa to wear, and threatens to kill his eldest son if he didn't do it. Well, he doesn't even do that. He gives it to the nursemaid Dunya to give to her, and Dunya realizes what it is and ends up keeping it because she doesn't think Vasilisa is ready. And the winter demon comes, or winter spirit, whatever you want to call him, comes in a dream to Dunya and was like, you are taking something that is not yours. I'm going to kill you. And she's like, she's not ready yet. She's just a child. She's not ready yet. And so the winter demon is like, fine, but you better give it to her whenever she's grown. Well, the whole story goes, and she doesn't even get this pendant until the story is about to end, and she finally gets the pendant, and then other things happen, and it's just, to me, I feel like I understand she wanted to flesh out the world, but I feel like she used too much of the book fleshing out the world and not enough really telling about other characters. You meet Vasilisa, and you meet her siblings and her family, and you end up loving with her family because they're sweet. And I don't mind stories like that, where you just come and you meet and you go through the day-to-day life of these people. I don't mind stories like that. But it was a twist, and it was all of a sudden, like I said, just word vomit. And you don't even know half these characters, where they came from, who they are, and the answers to those questions are kind of just glossed over. It's just not the type of book for me. I don't know if I will continue reading the series Like I said, I didn't really know that it was a series. I thought it was just a one-shot book. So I was a little more angry about it after I first read it. Because I didn't know it was a series, I just thought that was the end of the book. And I was like, there's all these questions that I have are not even answered. So I am kind of glad that it is a series, because that means there's more, but I don't necessarily know if I would continue reading it. It's just not for me. I'm not really a fan either of the church being the bad guys, and I know, especially with the priest in the story, he wasn't really a follower of Christ. He was a self-seeking, self-pleasing. He wanted the attention. He wanted people to look at him and praise him for the deeds that he did. And then also his creepy obsession with Vasilisa, trying to save her, but also ogling her and wanting her. Nothing ever happens, but you can, it is expressly said there, and other things do happen. He actually does some pretty terrible things in order to win Vasilisa back from the demons. But anyway, I digress. I'm trying not to give too many big spoilers. So those are my thoughts on The Bear and the Nightingale. Like I said, it is an okay book for me. Like I said, I would give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I probably wouldn't recommend it to anybody, because it's just, it didn't open my world of reading. It didn't draw me to it every day. It didn't make me want to put everything else down and want to read it. It was there, and when I had time, I would pick it up and read it. So therefore, it took me a little longer to get through it. I enjoyed the aspect of the siblings and their love for one another. They had very sweet relationship with all of the siblings, really, except for the oldest. The oldest wasn't, he was too old for Vasilisa to really get a relationship with. It happens sometimes. This, I don't know if I would continue reading it. I really don't. If you think I should, let me know in the comments. If you have anything that you want to discuss about the book, leave that too, because that's the whole reason I'm doing this. I want to talk to people about books. It's exciting and I enjoy it so much. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.